Good afternoon, Nigerians. Yeah, when we say that the present administration has failed Nigerian, when we say that the present administration has failed Nigerians, believe me, that is the true situation of things today. And to worsen the situation, you now start to discover that elected senators and federal house members who are meant to stand up for Nigerians, who are meant to speak for Nigerians, today are preoccupied with the mission. On your mandates, we shall stand. Believe me, it is quite pathetic. As a Nigerian, if you have the interests of this country at heart, situations happening around you, situations happening in Nigeria today, it is mind-blowing. In our system today, we are faced with a situation that nobody speaks truth to power. We see failed, bastardized, and corrupt system from all sectors. Today, you see Nigerians who praise failure. For example, look at our brothers from the southeast who are meant to speak out. But today, what we see is assemblage of city boys These are men within the age range of 45, 50, 60, who are meant to think like Nigerians. But as a result of material things, they brought themselves too low to be used as city boys. Nigerians, I want to tell you something today. You might be suffering. It is known. We understand the suffering before you. But I beg you, do not be deceived. Because some of these guys are fending for their own pockets. After fending for their own pockets, what is left and shared for Nigerians are nothing but peanuts. In a Nigeria where Nigerians barely survive, all that matters to them is 2027 election. I keep saying it. If this administration has done well, Nigerians will take up the project. Nigerians will automatically take up the project for a landslide re-election of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I must call on Nigerians. Enough is enough. Nigerians, hear me today. Enough is enough. I must call on Nigerian youths. Be mindful of your future. I must call on our parents. Never you tread the future of your children because of peanuts. Never you tread the future of your children, the future of your unborn children, just because of peanuts. Enough is enough. And one thing I believe is that nature will disgrace some of these unproductive politicians. When I say unproductive politicians and political kakistocrats who brings little or nothing to the table. Who shows zero empathy to the plight of Nigerians. I speak today with a broken heart. Not as a party man, but as a Nigerian. All you see today is incompetent and corrupt politicians. Incompetent and corrupt politicians. Leaders whose ideas are ideologically polarized, who understand little or nothing about leadership. It is quite pathetic. It is quite pathetic. Look at some indices. For you to understand where we were and where we are heading to. Understand the state of this country some years back, so that you understand where we are heading to. In 1991, for example, in 1991 to the year 2007, under President Olusegun Obasanjo, a liter of fuel was sold for 75 naira. From 2007 to 2012, under President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, a liter of fuel came down to 65 naira. A liter of fuel came down to 65 naira. Under President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, from 2012 to 2015, a liter of fuel rose from 65 naira to 145 naira. Check the range. In 2015, APC came to power. From 2015 to 2023, under the late President Muhammadu Buhari, a liter of fuel was sold for 210 naira. A liter of fuel was sold for 210 naira. Under the present administration, under 3 years, from 2023 to 2026, under 3 years, a liter of fuel rose from 210 naira to 1,350 naira. Under 3 years. This was an administration that removed fuel subsidy. This was an administration that removed fuel subsidy. As a Nigerian, you must ask yourself, what was the status and standard of your life some years back? And one thing we must understand is, a failed leadership remains a failed leadership, despite whose ox is gone. This present administration has failed Nigerians. Today, Nigerians are hungry. Nigerians can barely feed. Nigerians can barely feed. That is the situation we are today. Nigerians are living in multidimensional poverty. Hear me. I speak with a broken heart. Nigerians are living in multidimensional poverty. How do we survive? Where do we go from here? That's one question you must ask yourself as a Nigerian. As a true citizen of this country, you must ask yourself such question. Where do we go from here? This administration passed the minimum wage to 75 naira, to 75,000 naira. Some states are yet to implement that directive. You now ask yourself, what is the fate of an average Nigerian? What is the fate of an average Nigerian? What is the fate of an average Nigerian worker? These are questions you must ask yourself. Today, with 75,000 naira before us as the minimum wage, check and sample house rents. Today, self-contained is rented within the range of 600 to 800,000 naira. A self-contained within 600 to 800,000 naira. One bedroom flat today, the rent cost is around 1 million naira for one bedroom. 2 bedroom within 1.5 million naira. And 3 bedroom within 3 million naira. You now ask yourself, what is the fate of an average Nigerian worker? This is a country where the present minimum wage, some states are yet to implement it. Always ask yourself, where lies our fate? Look at inflation today, all-time high. About 40%. Security of lives and property of Nigerians, which is one of the core requirements of every leader. Today, these core functions are not met. Security of Nigerians today is under threat. Nobody is safe. Nigeria ranking fourth position globally. Nigeria ranking fourth position in the global terrorism index. Where lies our future as a people? Where lies our future as a country? In most cases, I ask myself, if these leaders are considering these factors, it is under this present administration that you see that these terrorists and bandits wear uniform of slain soldiers, slain officers, wear them with every level of conviction that nothing will happen to them, and we still tell ourselves that we have a government. Ask yourself, do we still have a government in Nigeria? Wear uniform that is meant to, depict our national pride, that is meant to depict our national pride as a people. These terrorists, they wear this uniform, parade this uniform. With this same uniform, some of these terrorists kill Nigerians wearing this same uniform that is meant, that is sworn to protect our people. Do we still have a system? These are questions you should ask yourself. Do we still have a system? Nigerian debt profile is on the rise on a daily basis. I keep sounding it. This is a regime that removes fuel subsidy. By implication, the removal of fuel subsidy automatically is meant to impact in several sectors of Nigeria. But under this present administration, we are faced with budget deficits. Removal of fuel subsidy is meant to reduce drastically the borrowing of Nigerians. The borrowing of Nigeria as a country. And not even in servicing already existing debt. But the reverse is the case. Look at some indices. As a Nigerians, your mind must bleed. As a Nigerians, you must think like a Nigerian. Under President Olusegun Obasanjo, from 1999 to 2007, about 15 billion debt, which was owed by Nigeria, was written off by the Paris Club in 2015. In 2005, written off in 2005 by the Paris Club. These are leaders who think about Nigeria. Under Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, late Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, the debt rose to 2.5 trillion naira. Our national debt rose to 2.52 trillion naira. under President Goodluck Ebere Jonathan from 2010 to 2015. Our debt increased to 7.66 trillion naira. $7.66 trillion naira to the debt profile of Nigeria. APC came to power. APC came to power in 2015 during the regime of late President Muhammadu Buhari. We experienced a most dramatic spike, increasing the total debt of Nigeria to over 600%, adding about 70 trillion naira. You must ask yourself as a people, where are we heading to? 70 trillion naira. The present administration came to power in 2023. This is 2025, 2026. We've experienced a rapid climb of the total debt of Nigeria, hitting 244.7 trillion naira as of December 2024 and 2025. Nearing over 200 trillion naira, 2026. As a people, you must ask yourself, where are we heading to? This was an administration. This is an administration that removed the fuel subsidy. An administration that removed the fuel subsidy by implication. We are meant to see the effect of the removal of the fuel subsidy. It is meant to lower our borrowing strength. But this is not what we see in this present administration. Ask yourself as a Nigerian, where are we heading to? We are all exposed. Terrorism and banditry with major players proud of what they are doing in our fatherland. In our fatherland. With every conviction that nothing will happen to them. Wearing our national pride, the Nigerian uniform, the military uniform, the army uniform of slain soldiers to commit crime in our fatherland. You now have to ask yourself, how did we get to this level as a people? They kill and post their pictures, their videos on social media. You watch your fellow Nigerians being shot, and these videos are posted on social media, and your so-called leaders are seeing this. They see this on daily basis. We live in a third country. Cost of things keep soaring high on daily basis. Nigerians can hardly afford to eat. Nigerians can hardly afford to build. These are the body that enjoyed the dividends of leaders, the dividends of democracy as far as Nigeria is concerned. Our life today has been regulated by these politicians that have no plan for Nigerians and its citizens. Believe me, Nigerians, it's a shame. And the earlier we start thinking like Nigerians and send these guys packing, the better for us. The better for us. A country where is, majority. We say we do not want you to lead us, but you are ready to kill. You are ready to do everything possible just to achieve what you want. You will not lead us. But these guys are bent on achieving their core aim by any means possible. I strongly believe that 2027 is around the corner. Until we stand up and say no to the oppressions we face today, until we stand up and say no to these leaders who brings little or nothing to the table, until we stand up and say no to this leadership terrorism, as a people, until we stand up and say no to these unproductive leaders, until we stand up and say no to these political kakistocrats, we will continue living in pain and penury. Nigerians 2027 is around the corner. Please, I beg you, it's an opportunity for us to salvage the dying state of our country. It's an opportunity and a crying call for us to improve the system once again. Do not get tired. 2027 cannot be a game as usual. I beg you, Nigerians, keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Have a wonderful day. Please do well to share this. Do well to share this exposition. Let it go viral. And also do well to follow me for more updates. Thank you. And once again, I remember my humble self, Dr. XO Mozuzu, your brother. Have a great day and God bless you.